Ever wondered what sets the wealthy apart from the rest? What exactly do they do that makes them so successful? Well, today, we're diving deep into the 7 key habits that rich people swear by, the secrets to building wealth and securing your financial future. These aren't your typical get-rich-quick schemes, but rather time-tested strategies that anyone can implement. So if you're ready to unlock your financial potential, let's get started. You know, it's funny. When most people think about wealthy people, they picture lavish mansions, fancy cars, and extravagant vacations. But the reality is, a lot of truly wealthy people are incredibly frugal. Take Warren Buffett, for example. The guy's worth billions, yet he still lives in the same house he bought back in 1958 for $31,500. That's right, a 5-bedroom house in Omaha, Nebraska. It's not about depriving yourself, but understanding that money is a tool to build wealth, not just to flaunt it. So instead of upgrading your car every few years or constantly chasing the latest gadgets, think about how you can optimize your spending. Can you find a more affordable apartment, cut back on unnecessary subscriptions? The goal here is to free up more cash flow that you can then redirect towards investing and building long-term wealth. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. This is probably the single most important habit to building wealth. It's like that old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. When you invest early and consistently, you harness the incredible power of compound interest. This basically means your money makes money, and then the money your money made makes even more money. It's like a snowball effect. Let's say you invest $500 a month, starting at age 25, and earn an average annual return of 8%. By the time you retire at 65, you'd have over $1.2 million. Now, imagine waiting until you're 35 to start investing. You'd miss out on a decade of compounding growth. The earlier you begin, the more time your money has to work for you. You know, the world's most successful people are also some of the most voracious learners. They're not content with just resting on their laurels. They're constantly seeking to expand their knowledge, develop new skills, and stay ahead of the curve. Just look at Bill Gates, one of the richest people on the planet. He's famous for reading around 50 books a year. That's almost a book a week. And it's not just for fun. He sees it as a way to constantly learn and grow. In today's rapidly changing world, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better equipped you are to identify opportunities, make informed decisions, and adapt to new challenges. So, how can you make this a habit? Simple, dedicate time each day or week to learning something new. Relying on a single source of income is like putting all your eggs in one basket. It's risky. If something happens to that one source, whether it's a job loss, market downturn, or something completely unexpected, your entire financial well-being is at stake. That's why wealthy individuals often focus on building multiple streams of income. This could be anything from rental properties and side businesses to investments, royalties, or even creating and selling online courses. The idea is to diversify your income sources so that if one takes a hit, you have others to fall back on. Plus, having multiple streams of income can accelerate your wealth-building journey. Instead of relying on your 9-to-5 job alone, you're essentially creating multiple engines that are working simultaneously to generate wealth. Chapter 5. Wealthy individuals don't just stumble into success, they plan for it. They set clear, specific goals for themselves, both short-term and long-term. They then break down those goals into actionable steps, creating a roadmap for their financial journey. Think of it like planning a cross-country road trip. You wouldn't just hop in your car and start driving aimlessly, would you? You'd map out your route, identify key stops along the way, and estimate the time and resources needed. The same principle applies to building wealth. By setting clear goals and creating a plan, you provide yourself with direction and motivation. Chapter 6. You've probably heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Well, it turns out there's a lot of truth to that. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, habits, and ultimately, your success. Think about it. If you're constantly surrounded by people who are negative, unmotivated, and content with mediocrity, it's going to be tough to break free from that mindset. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with driven, ambitious, and like-minded individuals, their energy and enthusiasm will rub off on you. Chapter 7. In a world of instant gratification, where we're constantly bombarded with ads and temptations, practicing discipline and delaying gratification can be tough. But it's a key differentiator between those who build wealth and those who struggle financially. See, most people fall into the trap of wanting everything right now. They prioritize immediate pleasure over long-term rewards. They buy things they can't afford, rack up credit card debt, and sacrifice their financial future for fleeting moments of satisfaction. Wealthy individuals, on the other hand, understand the power of delayed gratification. They're willing to make sacrifices in the present to reap greater rewards in the future. They prioritize saving and investing over unnecessary spending, knowing that the long-term payoff will far outweigh the short-term temptation. There you have it. 7 habits that can set you on the path to wealth and success. Remember, building wealth isn't about luck or being born into privilege. It's about adopting the right mindset, developing smart habits, and taking consistent action. Start incorporating these habits into your life today, one step at a time, and watch the transformation. It won't happen overnight, but with persistence and dedication, you can achieve financial freedom and create the life you've always dreamed of. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful content. See you next time.